Hey, what's up guys? Joker here. Today we're going to be taking a quick look at Anthem on the PC. This game is in an early access sort of demo right now. It's sort of like a beta before the game actually launches on February 15th, but they're calling it a demo, and I guess it technically is a demo, although you need to have Origin access to actually play it right now. But they did send everyone over with Origin access. We did get an email where you can refer 3 friends with a special link, so keep an eye out on the description or the pinned comment down below, as I am going to go ahead and leave a link down there that will be good for 3 redemptions. So only 3 people can actually redeem it. So if you're not one of the first 3 people to have clicked on it and activated it, then unfortunately you won't be able to utilize the game key. But I'm going to try to get at least one more. I've got another friend who got early access to the game as well, so I'm going to try to get as many redeemable links as I can, and each one will be good, as I said, for the first 3 people at least that click on it. So by the time you're watching this, those codes are probably already gone, but it's worth a shot anyway if you were here early enough when the video is first uploaded. But first, a quick thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Squarespace is the perfect place to host your domain, website, or online store. Now, Anthem is a really difficult game to test for a variety of reasons, but really the main reason is the same problem we run into pretty much with any EA game here on the PC, is that Origin will limit the amount of hardware swaps to prevent people from sharing games and things of the like. So usually you get locked out after like 2 hardware changes, and for someone like me that wants to change graphics cards and test the game, obviously that can certainly get in the way. And then there's the aspect that this is basically an online open world game and anything can happen, and it can really affect the test results, which leaves the only area in the game that I could test consistently would be at Fort Tarsus, which is the kind of the main world hub where you're walking around in first player. But then again, that's also not representative of what you would actually see when you're playing the game. As you can see, I'm going around right now here, and based on whatever you're watching, I'm going to have down in the bottom left corner, it'll say the graphics card and the resolution that I was using, because I was able to play with the 2080 Ti, and also I did play on an RTX 2060. So yeah, based on whatever I'm playing on, you'll be seeing it in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen so you guys can get an idea of what I was playing on. Now, I do want to talk about the performance. The performance on this game is pretty damn good. On the RTX 2060, I was able to play at 1080p, getting very, very smooth frame rates, over 100 FPS. 1440p was manageable, but there were drops down below 50 FPS, and on the 2080 Ti, as you can imagine, well, this game is really buggy right now. I can't get off this damn platform. I'm basically stuck on this platform right now, so I guess I'm going to have to respawn, and I'm going to have to show you some non-live... Oh, no, I just literally can't get off this platform. This buggy pile of crap. Come on, EA. What are you doing? It's supposed to be a game as a live service, and I can't even spawn off the platform. This is... Wow. I guess, you know, it just works. It just works. It doesn't really work at all, though, so I'm going to respawn, and let's try this again. What the man? What am I supposed to do? I can't get off the platform. I can't press escape. There's nothing I can do.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. It appears we were experiencing some technical difficulties which have still not resolved themselves, so you're going to be watching some non-live gameplay during my commentary of this, because I can't even stand still in the game without being reset back 50 goddamn feet. You EA buggy pile of shit. Could you imagine paying $60 for this? Jesus Christ. It was playing fine earlier. Like, the gameplay you're going to see now is playing absolutely fine. And now I can't play at all. But I do want to I mean, right now I could stand still. I can stand still really, really well. Like, nobody can stand still better than me right now at this current juncture in this particular video game. So we're just going to stand still here for a while. I'll try walking again. I don't think it's going to work, but I can get about this far. Oh, look at this. I haven't been reset yet. And there we go. And now it's buggy as shit. I can't really do much of anything in this game because it is, well, it's completely broken. I can walk. I can basically just walk. If I try to sprint, it goes to shit. If I try to fly, again, goes to shit. So this is really buggy. So let's just stand here real quick and we'll do a quick graphics comparison of high versus ultra. This is running at 95 FPS. Let's see what kind of frame jump we get by switching over to high, because that's really about all we can do here is stand still and compare high to ultra graphics with, yeah, we're just going to stand still here and see what the performance increases, because it's all I can really do in this game. No, I don't want to exit. I want to fucking apply the changes, and then I want it to go on back onto the game. All right, so we went from 93 up to about 100 FPS, and the game looks about the same. So we've gained 10 FPS by going from ultra to high. Game looks the same. So there it is. And I'm still experiencing severe technical difficulties. So let's go into the graphics options menu here, so I can give you guys an idea of what the graphics options are, if I could stop fucking glitching out. Let's go to the options menu. This is a very eventful video. This is not normal content for me. Usually things tend to work. So if we go into the display settings here, you can see right now I'm at 1440p. The game does default to HDR, which I cannot toggle off at all. So the game actually looks really amazing when I'm playing it, and it works like it did earlier today, but not right now. Going into the base graphics settings, we've only got a few things in here: brightness, motion blur, depth of field, chromatic aberration. Basically, this is an option menu where you go and turn everything off, because it all looks absolutely horrendous when it's on, as it does in any game. Let's go to the graphics quality. Now, all the graphics, all the gameplay you were seeing earlier, that was running at ultra settings, and that you'll be seeing throughout this video is run at ultra settings as well, and the resolution that it says in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. But you can see we've got presets in here for low, medium, high, ultra, and then custom, because you can adjust some things above ultra, like when you come up ultra to custom, the ambient occlusion can go up to HBA or full. For anti-aliasing solutions, we've either got off, temporal anti-aliasing, and then ultra. Don't know what ultra is, but it's higher than TAA, so that's what we've got on there. And everything else here, these are all the graphics options. It doesn't go anywhere past this page. We've got texture quality, texture filtering, mesh quality, lighting, effects, post-processing quality, terrain quality, and finally vegetation. And as you can see, everything is completely maxed out in there. And I don't know why the game is being so buggy right now, because it was absolutely fine earlier. When I was going around and playing the game, it worked really well. As you'll be seeing here, I got into some combat. I had a decent bit of fun, although it was extremely repetitive, and trying to play the game at 4K over 60 FPS was a challenge, even on my RTX 2080 Ti. So I ended up making like a custom resolution and playing at like 85% of 4K. I had to do that in the NVIDIA control panel because it doesn't have all of the resolutions in between 1440 and 4K. But if I created a custom resolution, then I could play at that, and it was like I said, roughly 85% scaling of 4K resolution, and it looked really good at that, and it played over 60 frames per second. But native 4K was very difficult to actually be able to do, but 1440p, very manageable, getting like anywhere from 80 to 120 frames per second running around in the game world. As far as the actual gameplay is concerned, I mean, it's basically Destiny. It's a loot game. You go around, you clear a bunch of enemies with your friends in co-op, you get some loot, and then you move on to the next area and rinse and repeat. It's the same thing over and over and over and over again. It very much borrows from early games like Diablo, although Diablo, I think, just had a lot more substance to it. At least Diablo 1 and 2, not so much Diablo 3, but Diablo 3 was still better than this. The gameplay, like I said, it's just okay. The graphics are absolutely immense. Going around, this is one of the best looking titles that I've seen in HDR, and the mechanics of the actual gameplay, the gunplay are pretty good too. I've got really no complaints as far as that is concerned. It all plays really, really well. But it just doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of story-driven content or character-driven content. But this is a very early demo, and, you know, I've got access to the game basically because of Origin Premiere, so I'll play it when it does come out. But, you know, for right now, it's a really nice, pretty game, kind of like, what's it called, like Mass Effect Andromeda, which didn't have a whole lot of substance to it. I just feel really bad for Bioware, honestly. I mean, I recently saw that Bungie was able to get out of their contract with Activision early, so they were able to move on from Destiny. I can't tell you that how much that I wish that would happen with Bioware as well, because Bioware used to make some absolutely killer games. The Mass Effect series, even Mass Effect 3, I liked a lot right up until the very, very end. So their games have traditionally been really good. But, you know, with EA, it seems like this game, they're kind of just pushing them into that monetized online service just like Destiny, and I feel like it's going to be riddled with microtransactions for cosmetic items in the game. And you know, in a game that's basically a third-person shooter, cosmetics are a big deal because you're mostly going to be seeing your character, you know, up close and personal as you're walking around, and the character models do look really good. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I think people are going to spend money on this game. They're going to spend money on microtransactions to customize their character. They'll probably sell emotes and all other sorts of stuff. As long as they avoid the dreaded loot box, then I guess people will probably accept it, because I guess it won't be as egregious as something like Star Wars Battlefront or Battlefield 5, but it's still going to probably have a ton of microtransactions, as the game seems to pretty much be built for it from the ground up. And one final shout out to Squarespace, who are fantastic if you want to set up your very own website or host an e-commerce page for an online shop. They've got tons of easy to use and fully customizable templates to choose from for beginners all the way up to advanced users. So head over to squarespace.com/jokerproductions with the link down in the description below, and you'll get 10% off of your first purchase with Squarespace. But in terms of game performance, I'm pretty happy with how it is at least running on the PC. The RTX 2060 was able to play the game pretty well at 1440, but definitely at 1080p it ran really great. Kind of just reiterating and going over stuff right now because I can't actually play the game, as it seems to be really buggy. Even after I've spawned back into the game world, it just doesn't really want to do anything. It's just, I can't move. I couldn't jump off the platform earlier, as you saw. And now I'm just kind of stuck in space and I can't do anything besides just walk really slow. As soon as I try to fly, I instantly get regrounded and I can't fucking move. Like, what the hell? So not a good first impression. The first impression was actually okay. This is like the third or fourth time I'm playing the game, and now it's a completely buggy, broken mess. And this game is out in 2 weeks. It comes out on the 15th. So hopefully EA and Bioware can sort it out in time so that you can do more than just stand still and look at the graphics. That would be really nice if they could patch this game and make it so that I could, at the very least, walk a bit. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my weekend. Probably not play too much Anthem. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on the gameplay that you were able to watch, which I recorded earlier in the day, as I said. This was not live gameplay while I was doing commentary. We had to resort to the recorded stuff because it's broken now, as I said a few times already. Really, really broken. If you've had a different experience, please let me know down in the comments below, or if you've had the same experience. Another thing I'd like to complain about in this game, actually, before we go, is the load screens. Absolutely agonizingly long. I have not seen load screens this long since a GTA 5 boot up on a console. And this is running off of an NVMe SSD, just a blazing fast drive, but it feels like it's more so the network services and trying to connect online, and it's like basically downloading the server details anytime you join in. And I've been doing story missions where I was transitioning from one area to the next, and I went to the load screen and it got completely locked and I couldn't continue playing. It was horrible. Had to reset the game, Alt F4 out of it because reasons. So, yeah, it's really buggy. For the people that may have already got the codes or the 3 redeemable keys in the description, I hope you have a better experience than what I had here while recording this video. But, as I said, I'm going to get out of here. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new, like how buggy this game is, don't forget to throw a thumbs up on the video down below, subscribe if you're not already, and if you've been here for a while, you can ring the notification bell. That way you never miss a moment of broken, buggy Anthem content as soon as it goes up here live on the channel. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ta-ra, and have a good weekend. Hopefully Anthem's available for the whole weekend, so try that out, I suppose, if you can.